Hello guys, this is Vineet again, 29th of July 2024, and this is an update on the gold market. And as per the request of one of our regular listeners, he wanted, I'm not sure if he's holding a long position or a short position, but I believe he's holding a position, and he wanted a bit of an insight into how things are in the short term, I believe. So I did do a pretty detailed one in the last week on the 25th. So if you guys want to look at that one, so it'll give you guys a good idea of where I think gold is heading into the medium to the long term. And I did another one earlier, which I called Gold Setup for the Ages. That's the one you're looking at right now. And in this particular one, you're looking at this entire, this, let me zoom a bit if I can. No. Anyway, so there's a huge cup and handle formation that the gold built over the last decade and a half. And we are breaking out of that cup and handle. So the clearly our bias here is on the upside, and not on the upside in the little bit, but upside to in the magnitude of 3,000 plus. So, but again, that's medium to long term setup that we are looking at here. So you're looking at the daily chart. You're looking at chart going all the way back to 2,000, and this is the daily chart. That means every candle that you're looking at is 1 day. So let's zoom in a little bit and see where things are now. So here you're looking at going back March till date. So you can clearly see the price is on the uptrend. It's going up, it's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So here for the last little bit, it's going a bit of a sideways if you really look at last month or so. But the bias is still on the upside. So now we are looking at the current fast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 days or so. It's on the looks like the trend is going on the low. It's a lower side, but it's still well within the range that is created for itself over the last 2-3 months. So I'm not too worried about the long-term trend being breached or being like reversed. No, nothing like that. If anything, I think this is a consolidation, and the longer the consolidation, I think the more aggressive the move is going to be on the upside. So let's look at even a 4-hour chart and see how things look. Okay, so let me move to the low. Okay, here things are getting a bit more interesting. So now if I were to look at here, so if the price breaches, say 2400 is the line in the sand. If it breaches 2400 today or tomorrow, that means it's going to break this trend line, which is making it go lower, or the lower trend line is going to start moving its next leg up. And I think that's what we are expecting. So there are two possible pathways for this particular move, and I'll give you guys the levels to look at. All right, guys, 1 second. So let me find the path here. So one path is it breaches the trend line, comes back, tests this again, and boom, moves upwards. The second path is it goes, tests the trend lines, goes up again, tests this again, and goes down. So these are the two possible paths that it can actually take. Okay, so now I think it's going to break and go above, but again, I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. But so the line in the sand is 2400, and it's going to go up. But if you look at downwards, it needs to break. So it's going to have a very, very solid support. So let me do a horizontal line right around this level. So let me zoom out a little bit. Right around this level, it's got loads and loads of support. So around 2374. So on the downside, and even if I move it a little lower here, I think that's more like it. Say 2350. On the downside, if it breaks 2350, so right now it's sitting at 2394. So to break on the upside, it needs to break 2400, 2410, 2420 to be sure. and then on the downside it needs to break 2350. So right now it's rather indecisive. We cannot really tell for sure if it's going to go up or if it's going to go down for sure, where it's going to go. Biases, our biases towards is going to break towards on the upside. But if it goes below 2350, then we'll have to relook at it to see if it breaks 2280 or not. But once it breaks 2280, that tells us that hey, this leg up for the gold in the medium term is over. Unlikely, but not impossible. So again, on the upside, 2410, 2420. On the downside, 2350, and then we'll have a relook at it again. But as of now, just sit tight. That's all I can say. If you have a position, hold on to it for now. If you don't have a position, don't get into it right now. Let it go up to 2420 and then open a buy position, or below 2350 or 2330ish. Then if you want to go into the sell position again, I'll do another analysis once there is a bit more price movement. But I think for now, just hold tight. That's the best advice I can give you guys. All right, and because it's not showing me a clear direction, and I don't want to tell you to do something if I am not 100% convinced myself. If I am not taking a trade here, if I'm not convinced enough of a direction of a trade, I cannot in good conscience tell you guys to do one thing or another. All right, guys. So I will be watching this closely, and if something develops, I'll be back with it. All right, guys. Thank you.